Hello, and welcome to the tutorial on how to manage referrals for an entire clinic. So to access all of your outgoing referrals, what you're going to do is you're going to go to the referrals outgoing screen, which can be accessed by clicking referrals and then clicking outgoing. Your account may or may not have wait lists attached. Either way, it does not matter in this example as we are just looking at our regular outgoing referrals. So what I want to do is, as you can see, there's quite a few in here. I want to be able to filter a little bit more specifically. So what I'm able to do is I can filter by statuses. For example, ready, which is the status that we'll be working with today, is how an MOA knows that a referral is ready to be sent to the service provider. That limits it by quite a lot. Now, perhaps I'm only looking to send out medium priority referrals today. By clicking this filter button here, I'm able to set exactly what my priority is. In addition, I may not be required to send out referrals for nurses. Perhaps I only send them out to physicians. So in this instance, I can see that there's one from Nurse Lisa Cuddy and one from Dr. Gregory House. I can actually filter by ordering provider right here. So I will click Dr. Gregory House, and now I can see that I only have one referral left, and this is the referral that we'll be working on today. So the first step is clicking on the referral itself. And I can see that this provider has requested that Sarah Chan be referred to a urologist. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the attachment, and this is the letter that was created by the physician. And I'm able to see that we already have a template attached. Here's the documentation. And I know that the urologist booking sooner is Dr. Meredith Gray. So I'm going to search her here. And what this does is it adds her name to the template. If you had the physician's address and fax number template configured as part of the template as well, this would populate. The next thing I want to do is I want to click save here, and what that's going to do is it's going to save the changes that I've made to this letter. I also need to tell our fax integration system where to send this letter to. So what I'm going to do is I'm also going to enter Dr. Meredith Gray as the service provider. This also makes things a little bit easier to follow up on later should Dr. Gray's office not get back to me at a reasonable time with an appointment. I've now completed everything that's necessary for this referral. The letter is good to go. We have the ordering provider and the service provider entered. So I'm going to change this status to letter sent. And what that does is that tells everyone else at this clinic that this referral has already been sent and no follow-up is required at this time. So now that I've done that, I'm going to click this send out button, and it's going to ask if I would like to save my changes. The changes that we've made in this example are attaching Dr. Meredith Gray's name to the letter as well as to the referral. So I'm going to click this save button. I'm going to choose my location if required. Not all clinics have multiple locations, and so this will just be defaulted to your single location. And then it's going to generate a PDF of my referral. Now, this can take some time based on the size of the referral and exactly how much information is entered. But as you can see, I've now generated my referral. At your clinic, you may have a custom header that's populating over top of this information. What I now need to do is I need to fax this off to the requested provider. So I'm going to click fax, and once I do that, you are easily able to see that Dr. Meredith Gray's fax number is automatically entered in the system, and I'm able to hit send. Now, perhaps as part of my workflow, I want to be able to follow up on referrals that have the letter sent status that we haven't heard from in quite some time. So again, using that status feature as referenced earlier, I'm able to see all referrals with the status of letter sent, and I can see that there's a couple in here that are quite old. In our example today, we're going to be looking at the consultation for Sarah Chan. So I'm able to see that it's been quite some time since this referral has been created, and I'm able to contact the doctor's office and ask what the status of the referral is. Using this referrals management window allows you to have proper patient care, and there's never a referral that can be lost or forgotten about using this filter system and continuing to check that you don't have any outstanding referrals without responses. Now, let's say that I have received the appointment date information from Dr. Gray's office. Perhaps they've called to give me that information, or they've faxed me the result and it's already been added to the patient chart. What I want to do is I want to go into Sarah Chan's referrals window. And in the most recent one, as you can see, the one that we sent to Dr. Meredith Gray at the urology clinic, I want to add the appointment details in here. The reason we want to add the appointment details as part of the comments is that if you are referring to a provider that is booking quite some time in advance, having the appointment details easily accessible when the patient calls back to ask when their appointment is saves you time in the long run. It also shows everyone else that we have received the referral information at a glance. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to enter the patient's appointment details. So I can say that the appointment with Dr. Gray is booked for September 28th, 2017 at 2:30 p.m. So what I've done is I've left a comment on this referral that's able to be accessed at any time from the patient chart. The next thing I want to do is I want to change the status. So the letter has been sent, that's true, but now we've received an appointment details and there's no longer any follow-up required on this referral. So I'm going to change this status to receive, and you'll note that there's an option to archive this record. What archiving this record does is it removes it from that main referrals management dashboard. However, it is always still in the patient's chart. So it is important to archive any referrals that you receive once you have an appointment back so that other MOAs and yourself are able to easily access what referrals need to be followed up on. So once I click this archive button, it's just going to ask if I'm sure if I want to continue, and that's because, again, I'm removing that referral from the main referrals dashboard. So I'm going to click OK, and as you can see, the referral is still populating within the patient chart, which I can access by going to the referrals at any time. So perhaps Sarah Chan has called back and said, hey, I forgot to write down when my referral appointment with Dr. Gray is. Can you tell me? It's very easy to just pull up the patient chart, go into referrals, and click the one to Dr. Gray and let her know the appointment details. You'll also note when I go to the referrals window and I go to that outgoing referrals record, if I were to search for this patient, I can see that they are no longer in the list. And so I know that there's no more follow-up required from my clinic in regards to getting an appointment for this patient. This is the end of our referrals management workflow training. If you have any questions or concerns, please reach out via in-app support. Thank you.